Hey Leo, I'm so incredibly happy you're here right now. Seriously, before I even sat down to pull these cards today, I could feel your energy just pulling at me. It was one of those mornings where I woke up and immediately thought about Leo, and I was like, okay, universe, I hear you, let me get to the cards, because clearly something important needs to come through. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm genuinely thrilled you're taking the time to tune in, because what I'm about to share with you is going to matter so much more than you might realize right now. So let me tell you exactly what we're diving into today and why I felt so compelled to pull these cards for you specifically. You know that feeling when you've been going through something really challenging and it feels like it just keeps going and going? Like the difficulties keep coming at you from different angles, and you start wondering if there's ever going to be an end to it? That's what I'm sensing has been happening for you, as a Leo. There's been this difficult cycle, this bad streak as I'm calling it, and I know it's affected so many areas of your life. Maybe it's been relationship challenges, or professional setbacks, or just that general weight of feeling like you're pushing against resistance constantly. Maybe you felt like your natural Leo confidence and magnetism got dimmed somehow through all of this. Well, today's reading is specifically about your breakthrough moment. And I want to be really clear with you, Leo. I'm not talking about some distant future where everything magically shifts. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the actual mechanics of how you are stepping out of this difficult cycle and into something completely transformed. The cards I'm pulling today are going to show you exactly why the breakthrough you deserve is not just possible, it's already happening. It's unfolding. It's in motion. You're literally in the middle of it right now. You might just not fully realize it yet. This reading is about understanding the power that's moving through you, the clarity that's awakening in you, and the choices you're making right now that are fundamentally changing your trajectory. This is about recognizing that you haven't lost anything essential. Your spark is still there. Your ability to create, to lead, to magnetize what you want into your life, that's all intact. In fact, I'm reading that it's about to become even stronger, because you've been tempered by this difficult cycle, you've been tested, and you've come through it. And that experience is going to become one of your greatest strengths. What I love about reading for Leo is that your sign has this natural confidence and charisma. But I also know that when you go through a really tough period, it can genuinely shake you at your core. You question yourself. You wonder if you've lost your spark. You might even doubt your abilities or your worth. And that's exactly what today's reading is addressing. The cards are going to show you that not only is your spark not gone, it's about to become a fire that literally changes everything about your circumstances and your future. The universe is about to show you exactly what you're capable of, and honestly, Leo, it's going to blow your mind. So I need you to really stay present with me as we go through these cards. Feel into what's coming through. Let it land in your body, not just your mind. Because this reading is calibrated specifically for where you are right now, and there are some real revelations happening in these cards. Let's get into it, because I genuinely cannot wait to walk you through what the universe is showing me about your breakthrough. The first card I pulled is the Six of Pentacles. And okay, so when this card showed up, I actually got chills, because it's such a perfect opening for where you are right now and what's about to unfold. The Six of Pentacles is fundamentally about generosity, abundance, and this beautiful circulation of energy flowing in multiple directions. But here's what's really critical about this card appearing in your reading at this exact moment. Even during the difficult times, even when you felt like things were being taken from you or like the universe was working against you, you didn't stop giving. You kept showing up. You kept being generous with your energy, your time, your heart, your spirit. You didn't become bitter or closed off. And that matters so deeply because the Six of Pentacles is showing me that what you've given out into the world is coming back to you right now. The universe operates on this principle of reciprocity, and the Six of Pentacles is basically the card that shows you that principle in action. You've been planting seeds through your generosity, and those seeds are reaching the point where they're about to bear fruit. What I'm sensing with this card is that there's been a recognition happening all around you, even if you haven't fully seen it yet. People see your value. They see your worth. They recognize what you bring to the table. And even though you might have been feeling like things were difficult or that you weren't being valued, that recognition has been accumulating. It's been building. And now it's reaching a tipping point where you're going to see it, feel it, and benefit from it in very real ways. Your worth hasn't diminished just because things were hard. Actually, going through the difficult cycle has made you deeper, more compassionate, more real, more authentic. The Six of Pentacles is telling me that abundance isn't just about money or material possessions. It's about recognition. It's about being valued. It's about knowing that what you put out into the world has weight and meaning and impact. And right now you're entering a phase where that recognition is becoming visible in ways you can actually experience. You're going to see it. You're going to feel it. The circulation of energy is turning in your favor because you've already done the inner work. You've already proven your character through the tough times. This card is essentially the universe saying, yes, Leo, your generosity is seen, your efforts are acknowledged, and now it's genuinely time for the return. It's time for your turn to receive. Moving into the second card, I pulled the Queen of Swords. And Leo, this is where clarity comes in, and it's absolutely crucial for your breakthrough. I'm getting such a strong sense that confusion is lifting away from you right now. For a while, you might have felt uncertain about what's actually true and what isn't. Maybe you were second-guessing yourself or doubting your own intuition because the difficulties made you feel lost or disoriented. Maybe you trusted people who let you down, and that shook your confidence in your own judgment. But the Queen of Swords is absolutely cutting through all of that fog right now. She is the ultimate truth seer, the clarity bringer, the one who sees situations exactly as they are with no sugarcoating, no delusions, no protective narratives, and that energy is awakening in you, Leo. Right now. I'm reading that you're entering a phase where you genuinely cannot be fooled anymore. Your vision is sharpening. Your ability to discern what's real and what's fake, what's genuine, and what's performative, what's truly in your best interest, and what's being presented as if it is, that's becoming crystal clear. This is one of the most powerful tools you can have for your breakthrough, because when you know the truth, when you can see situations clearly, you can act from a place of real power instead of confusion or doubt. I'm sensing that you might need to have some important conversations coming up or make some clear decisions based on this new clarity you're gaining. You might need to finally address something you've been avoiding or say something you've been holding back. The Queen of Swords doesn't sugarcoat things, and she's definitely not going to let you accept less than what's real anymore. She's showing me that you are becoming someone who cannot be manipulated or led astray because your vision is too sharp, too clear, too grounded in reality. People can't gaslight you when you see things exactly as they are. People can't confuse you when your clarity is unshakable. This clarity is a massive part of your breakthrough, Leo. When you stop living in confusion or uncertainty and start seeing things exactly as they actually are, you take back so much of your power. You stop making decisions based on what you hope will happen, and you start making them based on what you actually see, what you actually know. That shift is transformative. That shift changes everything. The third card that came through is Seven of Wands. Okay, this card is speaking directly to your moment, and I need you to really feel into this because it's powerful. The Seven of Wands shows someone standing their ground, defending their position, but not from a place of fear or weakness or insecurity. This is grounded, confident, powerful defense. You have been tested, Leo. I know you have. There have been challenges that came at you from multiple different angles, situations that made you question your own strength and your ability to protect what matters to you most. There have been people or circumstances that challenged your confidence or made you wonder if you had what it takes to stand firm. But here's what the Seven of Wands is telling me. You have passed those tests. You have proven yourself through actual fire. And now there's this next phase that's unfolding where you are standing in your truth, from a place of earned confidence. This isn't arrogance, Leo. This isn't ego or bravado. This is earned, real, grounded confidence that comes from having walked through the fire and come out on the other side intact. You know what you're capable of because you've proven it to yourself. You know your worth because you've defended it, and you are genuinely not going to diminish yourself anymore just to make other people comfortable or to fit into someone else's expectations. The Seven of Wands is fundamentally about refusing to dim your light. It's about standing in your power even when there's pressure coming at you from multiple directions. I'm sensing that some challenges might not completely disappear immediately, but your relationship to them is shifting right now. You're not running from them anymore. You're not shrinking back or making yourself smaller. You're meeting them head-on with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they can handle it. You've already handled so much. You're strong enough. That shift in your relationship to challenges, that's everything. That's how the real breakthrough happens. It's not about all your problems disappearing. It's about you becoming someone who can handle them with power and grace. Then I pulled the Knight of Swords. This card is showing me action, movement, and forward momentum, but specifically the kind that comes from clarity and conviction and real purpose. The Knight of Swords is a messenger, a truth teller, someone who rides forward with absolute purpose and direction. There's this energy of not waiting around anymore, not procrastinating, not delaying action. I'm getting that you're about to make some important moves or have significant communications based on what you now see clearly. This Knight energy suggests that you might be going after something or finally addressing something that has been pending, unresolved, waiting in the background of your life. There's also this speed to the Knight of Swords energy. It's not sluggish or hesitant or uncertain. It's purposeful and direct and clear. You've been patient, Leo. You've been understanding. You've given things time to unfold and to reveal themselves. You've allowed processes to move at their own pace, but the Knight of Swords is saying that period is coming to an end. It's time to move. It's time to take action based on what your sharper vision is showing you. This could be a conversation you've been avoiding having, a decision you've been putting off making, a boundary you've been hesitant to set, or even just a fundamental shift in how you're showing up in situations that matter to you. The key with this card is that everything is coming from a grounded place of knowing what's true, not from emotion or impulse or reactivity. You're moving forward with information. You're moving forward with clarity. You're moving forward because you know it's the right thing to do, and that makes all the difference. The fifth card is the Seven of Swords. I know this card can seem a little tricky or uncomfortable at first glance, and I definitely understand if you have some hesitation around it. But what I'm reading here is actually incredibly important for your breakthrough, Leo, so please stay with me. The Seven of Swords is about stepping away from situations that no longer serve you. It's about being strategic and intentional with your energy and knowing which battles are actually worth your time and attention. There's a deep wisdom in this card about reclaiming your power from places and situations where you might have been giving too much or receiving too little. I'm getting that you might need to walk away from something or someone. You might need to reclaim energy that you were giving to a situation that wasn't reciprocating or honoring what you were putting in. This isn't about being sneaky or underhanded or dishonest. This is about being strategic and intentional with your precious energy. You've learned through going through this difficult cycle that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every relationship deserves to stay in your life. Not every situation deserves your attention and focus. The Seven of Swords is helping you see clearly what you need to leave behind, what you need to release, what you need to let go of, so you can move forward lighter and freer and unburdened. This is fundamentally a card about choosing yourself. And that choosing yourself, that reclaiming of your boundaries and your energy, that standing up for what you deserve, That is a massive part of your breakthrough. You cannot step fully into what's next while you're still pouring yourself into situations that are draining you or relationships that aren't honoring you. The Seven of Swords is showing you exactly where those drains are, and it's giving you permission to stop, permission to step away, permission to protect your own energy, permission to put yourself first. That's not selfish, Leo. That's self-preservation. That's wisdom. The last card that came through is the Three of Swords. I can feel some of you tensing up at this one because the Three of Swords traditionally carries the energy of pain, difficulty, or sorrow. It's not a card people usually get excited about. But please stay with me here, because this card is actually the liberation card for your reading. This is the breaking point. This is the moment where pain reaches its crescendo and then breaks apart. This card is showing me that whatever you've been carrying, whatever heaviness or hurt has been part of this difficult cycle, it's reaching its resolution point right now. This moment. This is it. The Three of Swords is the climax before the breakthrough. You cannot have a real transformation, a real breakthrough, a real stepping into a new chapter without that breaking point where the old structure finally breaks apart. Structures have to break to be rebuilt stronger. And that's what this card is showing me is happening in your life right now. The energy I'm sensing is that this pain is being released. It's not going to define you anymore. You're moving past it. This is the final card in this sequence, and it's essentially saying that, yes, Leo, the bad streak, the difficult cycle, it ends. It ends because you've learned what you needed to learn from it. You've become who you needed to become through going through it. You've developed strengths you wouldn't have developed otherwise, and now you're stepping into what's next. The swords in this card are cutting away the old, clearing the path, removing obstacles. What comes after this breaking point is freedom, Leo. Real freedom. Not the kind where everything suddenly becomes perfect and easy, but the kind where you're no longer bound by what was holding you down before. You're no longer trapped in patterns or situations or beliefs that weren't serving you. You're free to move forward. You're free to choose. You're free to become. So here's what I'm really seeing in this entire reading, Leo. You are not approaching your breakthrough. You are literally in it right now. The breakthrough is happening through the shifts I'm seeing in these cards. You are becoming clearer. You are standing stronger in who you are. You are making conscious choices about what stays in your life and what needs to go. And that is the power that's going to carry you forward into a completely different chapter of your life. The bad streak doesn't end because the universe suddenly changes everything around you overnight. It ends because you change. You take your power back. You see the truth. You move from that place of truth and clarity. You set boundaries. You choose yourself. You take action. And when you do all of that, everything shifts. Your circumstances shift. Your relationships shift. Your opportunities shift. It all flows from you, first making that internal shift, and then taking real action based on that new alignment. This is your moment, Leo. This is genuinely the moment where you stop waiting for things to change and you realize that you are the one who changes things. You've always been the one. You just needed to remember that. You just needed to stand in your power again. So I need you to take what's coming through in this reading and really sit with it. Feel it. Let it anchor into your knowing, into your being. Let it remind you of who you actually are and what you're actually capable of. Because the breakthrough is not coming sometime in the distant future that you can't even see yet. It's here. It's now. It's happening through you, stepping into your power. It's happening through you choosing yourself. It's happening through you standing firm in your truth. I genuinely hope you feel all of that and that it resonates deeply with exactly where you are right now.